Damn, I'm good.
I've got news for you. You are mine now. You belong to me. I'll be back.
Hello, welcome back to A Boring Revolution, your number one news source for everything in regards to The Boring Company. Hope you all well. So, very, very important week for both The Boring Company and Tesla, and obviously Elon Musk, as he is the majority shareholder in The Boring Company. And it is a pivotal moment. This will be the moment that you will see mentioned in Wikipedia in 10 years' time as when things really went from exceptional to perfection for The Boring Company. And this all surrounds 10-10, which is a critical event for all involved. But why? Why is 10-10 such a critical moment for The Boring Company? The Boring Company is making excellent progress in Las Vegas and its manufacturing facility in Bastrop, Texas. And we're starting to see the quality of TBM/machine that we need to make this company work. But despite developing tunneling methodology that allows not only reasonably quick tunnels, obviously they're going to get quicker, but more importantly, the Boring Company has absolutely aced it when it comes to cost. Their ability to keep costs so low makes them a very attractive proposition for every single casino and entertainment venue in Las Vegas and potentially all of the USA and Europe and North America and wherever else this goes. But without autonomous vehicles, these tunnels are just empty spaces that are unaffordable to run. You need to reduce the cost of transportation to make tunnels useful. And also, without the tunnel, robotaxis are simply vehicles stuck in traffic with all the other people on the surface. 10-10 will be absolutely critical to Tesla pushing the idea of autonomous vehicles from simply a concept that they push to shareholders to actually something that they will execute on next year. And it will be next year. I absolutely guarantee it. They are already at level 4, and I believe the number of interventions per journey is dropping at a rate that will probably ultimately result in regulators approving the next version of FSD for operation as robotaxi. So I have no idea what sort of vehicle is going to be released on the 10th of October. I suspect it will be a 2-seater vehicle, probably in the region of 20 to 30% smaller than the Model 3 and around about the same 30 to 35% lighter and much simpler to build with a production cost in and around $20,000 to $23,000, which, when you think about it, is absolutely peanuts. And maybe they will produce something that looks a little bit like this in the future for 4, 5, 6, maybe even 8 passengers. But I think going forward, we will see 2 passengers per vehicle. Now, I know in the past that I've said that they need to get that above 4 or 5 for it to be ultra efficient and to compete with trains. But really, in places like Las Vegas and smaller towns of under 300,000 people, you could very easily make a lot of money with a system that just carries 1 to 2 people. And most Ubers only carry 1 person. So it really is a great business proposition. FSD level 4 is the key to fully utilising the Boring Company tunnels, because Proof-Rock 3 is that first machine where we've seen reliability beyond what is already been achieved in the tunnelling industry, and it looks like Proof-Rock 4 and Proof-Rock 5 will be vastly superior to anything that has ever been produced in the likes of Germany or China. And in conjunction with that, we will see more tunnels built at a larger scale, which means we can operate more robotaxis in those systems. And remember, we've already got way more than 10 miles of tunnel under Las Vegas as of today. That is a tremendous achievement. Anyone saying otherwise has no idea what they're talking about. But this event will be absolutely incredible. I'll be watching it live. I know with the robotaxi, the Boring Company goes from 100 to 200 million pound company into the multi-billions overnight, because once this can be used on the roads of the US, then ultimately it will be on the ground as well, at scale, operating potentially 24/7 with speeds approaching potentially 100 miles per hour. So this entire event is absolutely essential for the Boring Company. I cannot stress that enough. I know I've repeated that a few times, but the Boring Company needs Tesla to execute. They are this close. They are this close to executing. It is so close. It's already level 4, but it's not quite to the level of reliability that regulators need, but it will be before the end of this year. I'd be very surprised if it's not operational by Q1, Q2 of next year. So, but robotaxis will result in a lot of people selling their car, or people that have never owned a car using the service. And ultimately, when you have hundreds of thousands of people in a city using robotaxis, the outcome is gridlock. Now, you're not going to be too bothered because you're sat in the back of the car playing on your phone, so if you're stuck in traffic for 10-15 minutes, it's not really a big deal. But over time, we could end up in a situation where potentially a 10-mile journey could be almost an hour. So that is not really very efficient. Although people will still pay for it because it's better than operating your own car, which will cost you excessive amounts of money, not only in fuel, but also insurance and repairs. So we're going to see car ownership fall dramatically over the next 10 years. And all the cars that we see on the screen right now, at least 80 to 85% of them will become robo-taxis. And gridlock like this will become extremely common. Even in small towns, will have gridlock at certain times because everyone will be using the robotaxi network. Those vehicles will be utilised 8 to 12 hours a day, and people will be making more journeys because the cost per mile will be as little as 50 cents or 45 cents per mile for them. The cost to Tesla tremendously lower than that, and we'll just see gridlock. Now, the solution to this is not more trains, not more buses, not more bus lanes, not more cycle lanes. Now, those are all small incremental ways to reduce congestion, but really, if you want to get rid of these kinds of events, what you need are long direct tunnels taking you out of the city or town where you live, and that is where the Boring Company comes in. Now, the Boring Company will operate possibly initially as its own little system, but I am anticipating that as time goes on, the Boring Company and Tesla will become ever more intertwined, and you'll see Tesla taxis essentially using those tunnels to avoid gridlock and bottlenecks in the system. And that'll reduce overall journey times, which means that people will feel more happy traveling around. They'll also have more time and they'll want to use the system more, which results in more journeys for the robotaxi system. So you could see lots and lots of places like Las Vegas where there are hundreds of miles of tunnel and gridlock on the surface. It is much less than it is today. There will still be a little bit of traffic, but for the vast majority of the day you won't see much traffic because most people will be using those tunnels to get to certain locations. So there'll be a connection between the roads and the tunnels. You might only use the tunnel for 3 miles and then you might use the surface road for the last 1.5 miles. Who knows? But the two companies, Tesla and the Boring Company, are directly connected and both will benefit from each other, which will result in a very, very profitable interaction. And on the back of that, I anticipate that the Boring Company will be listed on the NASDAQ in the next 4 to 5 years, if not earlier. But the Boring Company has done very, very well to get to the stage that it is now. It is operating Proof-Rock 3 in a very reliable manner. They have kind of perfected the tunneling process. They have prefabricated large amounts of that process. They've stripped out a lot of the costs. They've stripped out a lot of the manpower required. They've made the processes much safer as well. And once they introduce the new style TBM, gripper TBM, which I anticipate will be Proof-Rock 5. I initially thought it would be Proof-Rock 4, but Proof-Rock 5 will be a gripper TBM. That will enable continuous mining. Speeds will increase from what is around 40 meters today to potentially well over 120 meters. Although I anticipate it'll take them possibly 3 years to get up to that, but we will see. The company can be very happy with what it's done, and on the back of that, it's going to benefit from the success of this event on 10/10. But the overall conclusion is a successful robotaxi launch will equate to the Boring Company becoming a viable company. The Boring Company is not a viable company today. The reason being is it's paying drivers $20 an hour to drive people around in Las Vegas. And that is just a cost that is not needed in an autonomous future. So we'll start to see autonomous vehicles using the system under the conference center, possibly by the end of Q2 of next year, so Q2 2025. And then I anticipate that they'll roll that out to the rest of the Boring Company system. So that includes the tunnel up to the Westgate, the tunnel to Resorts World, the tunnel to the Wynn Encore, the tunnel that goes to Virgin Hotel and down to the airports. All these tunnels and subsequent tunnels will be linked by autonomous Tesla RoboTaxis. The cost of the service, I imagine, will stay what it is now. They don't make any money with what they're being paid now. But when they do convert to autonomous vehicles, they will literally be printing money like it's going out of fashion. And that is a fantastic thing. And that is why I want to invest in this company. So I'm very, very hopeful that one day they will do a listing. And then I can take my Tesla shares, which have already done very, very well, and put them into this company and watch them do exceedingly well. So it all works out very nicely for me and all the people who have invested in Elon Musk, Tesla, the Boring Company, Starlink and SpaceX over these many, many years. Okay, everyone, hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you are just as bullish about the event on 10/10. Tell me in the comments below who you think will impress you during the event. Will it be Elon Musk or another member of his team? What do you think will be launched during that event? How many products? Will we see Optimus walk out, maybe do a moonwalk, maybe do a backflip? Who knows? But tell me in the comments below. If you've not already done so, please go on X and follow me at BoringProofRock. Post a lot of stuff on there. Have any questions, ask me those questions by tagging me on X in your post. We have a Discord server. We also have a Patreon if you're interested in supporting the channel and getting more involved. And if you like these many fine people, then you'll know that I have bought yet another monitor. I've really gone for a very big one. It's almost too big, but I'm making it work. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and please get tuned in on the 10th for this incredible event. And remember guys, don't be boring. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. Have a nice evening.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Winner, winner, sheen dinner.